Wow, so many people. This is great. Good morning and welcome to our April Shotsuki service and kind of, I guess, our spring celebration today. And a special welcome to Okusan Kyoko's family who is visiting from Japan. We're so delighted to have you join us today. Thank you for coming. Before I begin, let me just give a couple of acknowledgments for the people who made this service possible this morning. Of course, to Reverend Gibbs Sensei and our Doshi Alison Yasaki, to Kyoko for doing the really, really pretty, appropriate flower arrangements this morning, our organist Howard Hayes, and our videographer Alan Goto, also assisted by Kathy Kumagai. My name is Shelley, and I'll be the chairperson for this morning's service. At this time, would everyone please stand for reflective reading? Entrust yourself to me. I will liberate you just as you are. This is the calling voice of Amida. Gratefully responding to the Buddha's call, I find that I am already on the path that leads to the Pure Land, and the Nembutsu flows freely from my thankful heart. Living with the Dharma as my guide softens my rigid heart and mind. Gratitude for the gift of life I have received frees me from becoming lost in greed and anger. Sharing in the joy and sadness of others, I will strive to live each day to its fullest. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you. Please be seated. So as you know, on the first Sunday of each month, we observe our Shotsuki service in honor of those in our Sangha who have passed during the month of April. And at this time, Sensei will read the names of those loved ones who've passed away this month. And if you are observing this for those who have in your family who have passed away, please come forward and offer incense at this time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley. I will read the names we have on the Shotsuki Hoyo list for April, including one of my family. And if you did lose someone in the month of April and we don't have their name on our list, please let us know. There's no charge for this. We'd be happy to read their name in perpetuity the first Sunday of every April. So again, these are the people we know, friends and family who passed away in the month of April. Cole, Amelia Vasquez. Doi, Tomoyo. Fujikawa, Masao. Fujimoto, Kenji. Fukumoto, Suma. Gibbs, Ruth. Goto, Tsune. Goto, Yoshio. Hanashiro, Seiichi. Harabe, Kazuaki. Hayama, Yonekichi. Hida, Yuko. Hino, Naokichi. Horowitz, Nishimoto, Michi. Ikeda, Dr. Kazuo. Inoue, Kurakichi, Ishihara Kohei, Ishita Shizuko, Iwata Masu, Kawahara Hinasaku, Kawahara Sumako, Kawamoto Masami, Kikawa Alice, Kikawa Hiroshi Hiro, Kimura Mamoru, Kiriyama Aki, Kobayashi Sumie, Konishi Tomi, Kubo Tamino, Matsumura Buichi, Mitsuoka Shigeru, Muraki Kayo, Muraki Toraichi, Nagata Nami, Nagatani Ito, Nakagawa Mitchell Mitsuo, Nakanishi Yukiko, Nakatani Se, Noda Satoru, Noda Tarayuki, Okazaki Fuku, Okazaki Shohachi, Oki Saiichi, Okida Hizume, Okuno Mitsuko, Omori Fumio, Omura Tsuru, Oshita Rikie, Otake Shizue, Otani Hamako, Saeda Asaichi, Sakai Gonzo, Sakiyabu Shigeichi, Sakamoto Some, Sakamoto Tsune, Sato Tarao, Sarah Rikue, Tsunara Kiyomi, Takagi Masaichi, Takeda Katsuichi, Tamura Shie, Tanaka Tazuno, Tanaka Yoshitaro, Tanimoto Shigeyoshi, Tarumoto Naoichi Tom, Tarumoto Naoichi Tom, Tsukida Shiki, Tsukimoto Tarashi, Utsumi Takeo Babe, Ue Tanaka Toshiko, Wakasa Hisashi, Wakasa Mitsue, Watanabe Tome, Yamana Nitaro, Yamaguchi Yasuyoshi, Yamamoto Tamigoro, Yamanaka Jane, Yamane George, Yamane Ishi, Yamane Tsune, Yamasaki Jun, Yamasaki Masuichi, Yamasaki Teruo, Yamasaki Ryuso, Yamasaki Satoko, Yamashita Naota, Yamashita Yoshino, Yano Kizuo, Yoneda Hatsue Su. Namo Nidabutsu, Namo Nabutsu, Namo Nabutsu, Namo Nabutsu.
No one does, 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 no one does.
Thank you, Sensei. At this time, we will have sutra chanting. led by Alison Yasaki. We'll be chanting Sambutsuge this morning, which is on page 33.
No more.
No more doubts, no more doubts, no more doubts, no more doubts, no more. Hi nyo go ja 天子諸国行税生じ一時難慮両が差物国土第一五種奇妙道場超絶国女内容任務闘争がと愛民道達一切自法来所心熱症状意図が国経楽安の好物神妙是が心象発願の日力所所欲知法世尊知恵無下上如子孫知が信用軽量心死食毒中画業精進忍術不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがにしくどく平等性一切道も大心おうにょあんらこNo more doubts. No 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 more doubts.
Okay, now let's sing If you open the book to page 136, we'll be singing Gatha Namo Amida Butsu. And following the Gatha, please remain standing for the three treasures, who is going to be led by Kathy, I believe.
Yeah, Kathy's,
Okay.
should be prepared to
So
be there in plenty of
page
time.
136, Namo
Yeah.
Amida
Take us a
Butsu.
while to sing through this thing first, yeah. Thank you, Shelley. And Howard will give us the key and we'll jump right in.
Cool. Please stand for the Gatha. Thank you.
Thank you. If you can turn to page 10 for the three treasures. It's my privilege to lead you in this. If you can repeat in the section that says all, how rare and wondrous it is to have been born into human life, and now I live it. How rare and wondrous it is to be able to listen to the Buddha Dharma, and now I am able to hear it. If I do not transcend the world of delusion in this life, when will I ever attain spiritual liberation? May I, along with the entire Sangha, with sincere heart and mind, rely on that which can be truly relied on in life, the three treasures. Please join me. I rely on the Buddha. May I, along with all sentient beings, awaken to the great path with my entire being and discover the highest aspiration, which is to become a Buddha. I rely on the Dharma. May I, along with all sentient beings, deeply reflect on the meanings of the sutras and gain wisdom that is as deep and vast as the ocean. I rely on the Sangha. May I, along with all sentient beings, become one Sangha of life, able to move forward and live with a dynamic spirit that is hindered by nothing. The unsurpassed, deep, and wondrous Dharma, even in millions of kalpas, is extremely difficult to encounter, but now I am able to experience and embrace it. May I come to understand and revere the true meaning of the Tathagata. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida
Namo
Butsu.
Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much. If you could all please be seated.
So before Sensei delivers his Dharma talk, we're going to excuse the kids right now because we have a really fun activity for them out in the garden, I believe. So if you're under 30, I guess you could go.
So, but this is for
Maybe 60.
yeah, Yeah, so if you are a child or need to be with a child, but take a bag with you if you didn't pick up one. In the back pew there, the white bags, a little snack from my mother-in-law, Mrs. Ryoko Okura. So pick up one of these, there'll be more for you next door, and Kyoko and I are providing lunch next door after the service for those who wish to join us for a light lunch. Well, again, good morning, and thank you for being here. I hope you will pick up the little white bag present from my mother-in-law, Mrs. Ryoko Okura. And I'm going to start off with a kind of light tone, and so before I proceed further, I will remind you and myself that our service is dedicated to those whose names I read earlier, those who we know have passed away in the month of April. They are the recipients of the dedication of our service. I'm on vacation right now, but I'm also here, so it's a kind of a Schrodinger thing, you know. Yeah. I must thank my colleagues, although Shelley already thanked them, but she didn't thank herself, so thanks to Shelley Yamani Shinmoto for chairing the service. And again, thanks to Howard Hayes, our organist, Alan Goto, our videographer and tech expert, Kyoko Okura Gibbs, who did the flowers and also worked to clean the Naijin and the Hondo building, which she does along with our minister's assistants, Kathy Mikuni and Alison Yasaki. So thanks to all of you for your hard work. Our family is visiting from Japan this week, and so I'm going to add one Japanese language component to the service this morning. And we'll read a Gobunsho, a letter of our 8th Chief Abbot Renyo Shonin, in Japanese. And as it's our Shotsuki Hoyo service for the month of April, I will read the letter on the white ashes, the Hakotsu no Sho. Even if you don't understand Japanese, the variation in the tone for this formal reading may convey to you the two most important messages here. One is a feeling of sorrow in loss, that we really do feel that sorrow. It's a real loss. And the other is genuine hope for more in the future, genuine hope in the future. Hopefulness and sadness. So if I may, I will go ahead and read Renyo Shonin's Hakotsu no Sho. Namo no Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo no Butsu. Those who wish to, you might want to put your hands in gasho, a posture of respect, in receiving these words. Again, from our 8th Chief Abbot Renyo Shonin, written just about 520 years ago. Hakotsu no Sho. Sore 人間の不詳なるそうつらつら感ずるにおよそ儚きものはこの世の市中中幻のごとくなるいちごなりされば今だ漫才の人参の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先清とも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立つ人は元の雫末の梅雨よりも茂しと言える誰ば明日には湖岸あって夕べには箱となれる身なりそれに無情の風来たり濡ればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬれば湖岸虚しく返じて鳥のよそおよ失いぬる時は六神眷属集まって長き悲しめどもさらにその会あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならねばとて野外に送って 弱の煙となし果てぬればただ箱のみそのこれに哀れというもなかなか愚かなりされば人間の儚きことは老少婦女の境なれば誰の人も早く御所の一大事を心にかけて阿弥陀仏深く頼みまらせて念仏申すべきものなりあなかしこあなかしこThank you very much for your kind attention. You know, the traditional approach is actually to do that reading and totally ignore it and talk about something very mundane. That's how we're taught to do these talks. Something very mundane, like the fact that the Dodgers have only had one downright bad game all season. It did happen to be the one we attended last Wednesday, but they're doing well now. They're back on their game. So, you know, you're supposed to get back to something very, very down to earth and simple, and then wrap your way back around to the depths of the reading. You know, your favorite team losing the game is just the kind of vagary you have to deal with in this life. You know, we all know that. You know, I'm going to tell an old story. This is a very old story. This is from the Buddhist Sutras, but this story, as often as you know, next week we're going to have Dr. Thomas Calabrese speak to us about the historical Buddha Shakyamuni, and probably say a few words about some of his past lives. Now, some of those stories about his past lives were actually ancient stories. That then we came along, the Buddhists came along and said, oh yeah, that was the Buddha, yeah, you know. And no reason not to do that. And here's a story, this is probably 6,000-year-old story, about the goddess of good fortune and the goddess of ill fortune. So, are there goddesses? Do Buddhists teach there are goddesses? No. Do we teach that there are goddesses of ill fortune and good fortune? No. Nonetheless, we tell this story about the goddess of good fortune and the goddess of ill fortune. And as the story goes, this farmer hears a knock on his door, and he opens the door, and there's this elderly woman, diseased elderly woman. Maybe she has like missing some fingers, you know, and sores all over her body. She's 120 years old, gray hair, bent over with osteoporosis, walking with a cane, and she also smells bad, and her clothes are dirty. And so she says to the farmer, "May I come in?" And he says, no, I don't want you to come into my house. And so she says, well, all right, I will leave then, and I will never come back. But I'm sorry, that also means my sister has to leave. So she turns around to go, and then he sees behind her sister, who is this strikingly beautiful woman, glowing tan skin, black hair, gleaming black hair, beautiful robes. I don't know about robes, I can't describe. The most beautiful clothing you can imagine. This is the goddess of good fortune. And she turns around and follows her sister away from that farmhouse to which she will never return. So a very old Indian cultural story that the Buddhists picked up at some point, because we agree with this one point that if you're going to have good fortune, you're going to have bad fortune. You got to accept that, the vagaries of our life. Good things happen, bad things happen. We learn to be able to accept them. And this is a story about tolerating bad times, because you know someday good times are going to come back. Inconveniences can be tolerated when we remember that they alternate with conveniences, with good things, very good things, very good times. The truly harsh losses in our lives, however, the truly harsh losses in our lives, such as the death of people we love, call for a deeper sort of resolution. You don't just shrug it off, you just don't accept it. There may or may not be goddesses. There are times of good fortune and times of ill fortune. And as the Gatha, the song we sang this morning, says, when life is fair and sunlight gilds the day, oft let us pause with grateful hearts to say, Namo Amida Butsu. The original says Namo Amida Butsu. Our friends in Orange County changed it to Namo Amida Butsu. It really doesn't matter how you pronounce it. The Nembutsu expresses our joy and thankfulness at those good times. When our children graduate from high school, when our family visits, when our team wins the game like they did last night, yesterday afternoon. Not like Wednesday. But the voiced Nembutsu, saying the Buddha's name aloud in forms like Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namana Butsu, I rely upon the source of limitless wisdom and endless life. Saying the name aloud can help sustain us in bad times as well. As the song says, even though our way leads 'neath a darkened sky, and to our loved ones pain and death draw nigh, our tears may flow, yet trustingly we cry, Namu Amida Butsu. There are times when the ill fortune coming into our lives is really ill, really bad stuff. When our loved ones face pain and death, as the song said. Today is our memorial service, our Shotsuki Hoyo, for those who passed in the month of April. At such times of loss, we need powerful encouragement. Talk of living in the present and having equanimity will not cut it when you've lost someone you really love. It is sometimes said, people that make general, very universal statements that Christianity is otherworldly and Buddhism is this worldly. Well, that's oversimplification. Christianity is quite diverse, just like Buddhism is. But the oversimplification misses the point that Buddhism is not just this worldly. Buddhism is many worldly. We see this world as an intricately interwoven multiverse into which we wish to live, in a wholesome way. So I'm dropping a couple key terms here that are going to come up in future weeks. Wholesome, kusala, and mulching, the concept of mulching, the metaphor of mulching for our unconscious mind. Buddhists see this world as a multiverse in which we wish to live in a wholesome way. If you explore Buddhist ideas on the internet, you're going to get the impression that it's all about living in the here and now. But that's another oversimplification. The 80s rock and roll group, the Smiths, were right when they asked, how soon is now? That song came out in 1984. How soon is now? I'm waiting. You said it was now. It hasn't happened yet. How soon is now? And not too long ago, one of my favorite writers, Joyce Carol Oates, we had a mutual friend at one time many years ago. I've never met her personally, but Joyce Carol Oates published a short story collection a couple decades ago, and the title of that is, Where is Here? These are true remarks. When is now and where is here is oversimplification. We live in the here and the now. Can you find those for me? I can never find them. They slip away here and now as soon as I try to grasp them. For Buddhists, there are many dimensions to here. And now opens out into limitless expanses of time. So it's very misleading at best to say that we are only concerned with being here now. The people we honor today at this Shotsuki Hoyo service, the friends and family who passed away in the month of April, people including my Aunt Ruth Gibbs, we wish to see them happy and free and feeling good and feeling loved. Happy and free and feeling good and feeling loved. That's how we want to see them. This will happen in the Buddha's pure and joyous realm. This will happen in the Pure Land. We need to have hope for the future, for a better life for ourselves and for our loved ones. A better life than we currently have. A better life than we currently have in a nation running up a ridiculous deficit and bombing and invading countries all over the world. We got to do better than this. The exact present, insofar as it exists, is not enough. The Buddha has prepared a new tomorrow for us in a wonderful place that will come to include this place. Many of the people we honor today, including my Aunt Ruth Gibbs, deserve more joy, deserve more fulfillment than they had. Empowered by the Buddha's wholesome guidance, we will one day help to bring them that fruition that they never had, bring them that triumph that they deserved. We need such hopes. Now, I brought up some ideas and feelings today that I will continue to discuss with you in future weeks. I brought up a couple of terms that need further explanation. Mulching, you know what it is to mulch. You put stuff in the garden, and it kind of turns into the stuff that nurtures what grows up out of the garden. Your mind and body are like that too. We're mulching all the time. Every movie you watch, every book you read, every song you listen to is mulched into the unconscious and making you who you are. It's important stuff. I will develop this metaphor further in future talks of mulching for our unconscious personal development. The other innocent enough sounding term that I will come back to in future weeks is wholesome. Dualistic religions and philosophies see this world as a war between good and evil. We had a big problem in China when Kusala was translated as good and evil. Might have happened on the Silk Road, I'm not sure. I don't read Uyghur very well, so I don't know if in the Uyghur they did it already, but the Chinese went from what the Indians said was, you want to live in a way that's wholesome and avoid the unwholesome, and that turned into good and bad, which is close, but it's a little off, because wholesome and unwholesome are just directions on a spectrum. Good and evil are polar opposites. Wholesome and unwholesome aren't utter opposites, you know? When the most unwholesome things that we have in our society is the smoking of tobacco. And yet, there are some people I know that have severe arthritis, and that's the only thing that stops the pain, you know? Never say never. Everything under certain contexts things that were unwholesome all your life, maybe in this context, it's a wholesome thing. You just don't know. You really have to look at your life carefully to find what is wholesome and what is not wholesome. Buddhists do see a real distinction between the wholesome and unwholesome ways of living. We will talk more about this in the future. Today, I will again thank you for your attendance. And I mean to console you on your losses. If you lost somebody recently, or if you lost anybody in the month of April, I'm very sorry for your loss. It really isn't okay. We said, well, we all know we're going to die one day. No, it's not okay. Who designed this world this way? It's a mess. It shouldn't be like this. We shouldn't have to see people we care about suffer and die. We shouldn't have to do that. It shouldn't go down like this. It should be a different kind of world. We got to change this world. So we've got a lot of work to do. Again, if someone you love passed away in the month of April, please accept my genuine condolences. I'm very sorry. And I will share with you my hope that we all may live progressively more wholesome lives going forward. I hope that good fortune will knock on your door much more often than ill fortune does. Open the door in any case. That's my message for today. Thank you for your kind attention. I'm going to close the Dharma message portion of the service with Gasho and saying the Buddha's name. I want to one more time, probably a couple more times, remind you, gift from Mrs. Ryoko Okura in the white bag in the back, a treat. And Kyoko and I are covering lunch today, so please join us for a light lunch. And as you wish, join me for saying the Buddha's name a few times in closing this portion of the service. We rely upon the source of limitless wisdom and endless life. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma talk. I love the idea of mulching our body and minds. It's a great analogy. At this time, will you please stand for a final reflective reading? Our life is filled with warmth and sharing life with others. It is a simple truth to learn, but a difficult practice to fully realize. In personal life, it means to act by placing ourselves in the position of another, and in community life, it means to give service with joy and gratitude for the betterment of all. The practice of making others happy is based upon the clear understanding of life, which is oneness. In deep gratitude, let us realize this oneness of all life, the heart of which is compassion. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Are there any announcements or comments? Oh, here comes Kathy. While she's coming up here, I'll just remind everybody that there are still plenty of tickets available for our fundraiser, which is the magic show. It's going to be on Saturday, April 18th. It starts here at 4 o'clock. We have 3 amazing magicians from the Magic Castle coming to perform, and then after that we'll be serving dinner from Cherry Stone. So if you haven't thought about it, or please tell your friends and whoever to please come and see either myself or Jeannie or anybody. We all are selling tickets, so please come. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kathy with yet another fundraiser. I'm representing the Buddhist Women's Association, the BWA. We just went live yesterday with our silent auction, the Sakura silent auction. And currently we have about 100 items up there, and we will be adding more items every day until the auction ends on amazing day, April 18th, the same day as the Magic Show at 6 p.m. So you can go shopping, you can go and take a peek every day. There should be some new things coming in there. If you would like to make a donation, if you have some objects that you'd like to donate for the silent auction, we're still accepting them. If you go shopping there, you for some reason can't find anything you want to buy, you can make a donation right on site. There's the QR code is right here if you want to take a picture with your camera. It'll take you there directly. It's also on our website on directions on how to get to the silent auction website. So thank you very much for helping with this and for everybody who's donated towards it so far. It's always fun, and there's weird, unusual, I should say exciting things for you to take a peek at on the website. And again, it's running from today through April 18th. And why are we asking, or why are we doing this fundraiser? We still have Eaton Fire smoke damage that we are remediating, especially in the sanctuary building. And our what we raise will go towards helping pay for those items that were not covered by insurance.
So I'm going to do the Schrodinger thing for one more day. I'm on vacation tomorrow, but you'll find me here if you need me. And then Tuesday, we're back to normal. So this Tuesday, 11 a.m. for an informal discussion on the, usually we meet on the porch, informal discussion of life from a Buddhist perspective. 1 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday for the Tai Chi class in the gym. And 6 p.m. Tuesday for meditation class. So hope to see you at some of those events. And then next Sunday will be a special service. It will be our Hanamatsuri service commemorating the birth of the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, and our guest speaker will be Dr. Thomas Calabrese, who's also a member of the temple and also a professor with the Institute of Buddhist Studies in Berkeley. So we're looking forward to that, and so please do come for that, and please do join us next door. Pick up one of these white bags if you haven't yet in the back, and Kathy's standing right by the box. And there'll be another little snack that the Dharma School students will hand you, and we will have food from the Luna Grill in La Cañada if you'd like to join us for lunch. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, everyone, for joining this morning. If you've not offered incense, please do so before you leave. And as Sensei said, please join us next door for lunch. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.